Well, hello there. Welcome to the show. My name's Irrelevant and this is Do All the Things. And today on the show, a 1959 Silvertone 1327. This is an interesting guitar and apparently has an electrical issue. An electrical issue, you say? Well, I have the amp right here. Let's plug it in real quick. No harm in trying, right? Maybe they just didn't press the any key. No, they're not. This is a very interesting guitar to me because it is just dripping with character. And it is the epitome of they don't build it like they used to. Because according to my brief research here, this is a beginner's Sears special guitar. And you can tell, you know, some of the features on it, is it like, was that cost cutting or was that just the way they did things back then? Like this bridge. Look at this bridge. It's kind of like, you know, your Gibson tailpiece or whatever you call it, but it's made out of wood. I think they were making it out of rosewood. And intonating it? Well, I don't know about that, man. It's just, it's fixed like that. Kind of very acoustic-like. One YouTuber says these remind him of the bottom of muffins. I guess so. The nut does not look like your typical plastic nut that they have today. Maybe it's like they had back then and all guitars just had decent nuts. But if you look here, if you look carefully, the frets, they're scalloped. Do you see that? Do you see that? Scalloped frets, but not intentionally. That's scalloped from years of playing. Someone played this guitar and played it a lot and played up here often enough that they literally wore down on the fretboard. I've never in all my years seen that. And this was a beginner's grade guitar. How many Fender Strat copies have I met in my life that were just garbage? And here this thing, it was so good someone just played it that much and I'll believe it because it is a player despite its age. Like the neck is good on it. The frets, you know, they have normal amounts of wear. Either this thing has had fretwork in its years, or it's amazing to see those scallops, those divots in the fretboard, but not see frets equally as worn. Like there is wear there, like there's, you know, little bits of grime and schmoo on there, but they're not completely divoted down. What kind of metal did they make out of these? Most modern guitars, especially with the metal player, these frets here on the big strings are just if they've been played anywhere near as much as this guitar. But despite all this, you just pick it up and you play it. And it feels good. Like the neck is narrow here, a bit thick there. I find it feels a little bit better than a Fender Strat. The strings look old and rotten, but this thing's holding its tune. I do bends. Still in tune. The only flaw is a little bit of buzz right here. It appears to be hollow body, like this is, it feels like an acoustic, just a thin acoustic. Well, let's see if we can get this thing working. We should get the heat iron ready. So we're gonna have to let ourselves into the pick guard here. Fortunately, there's no F-hole trickery, it seems. There's no having to go in through weird holes. I don't have to take the strings off. I don't have to take the pickups out. I just have to take these screws out, or so I hope. What kind of surprises are in store for us? All right, the big reveal. Oh, we're not getting much excursion out of this. Oh wait, here we go. Oh wow. Oh wow. I thought I was seeing fuzzy caterpillars in here. Wow. Look at that. Look at these old caps. I don't really see any reason why this wouldn't work. That switch is heavy duty. It has this coating of yellow on it. Look at that. It's like, it's yellow, but like, what is that? Like a form of corrosion? Is that toxic? This guitar sold, you'd have no idea. That could be asbestos for all we know. That's a joke, of course. I don't see why they would use asbestos in here, other than on the cables themselves. Well, the ground wires still seem okay. They're copper, though a bit rotten. Pickups are connected. Everything's connected. Wonder if it's just the input jack. Well, let's do some impedance testings on these pickups and see what it says. I don't expect these to be some high output whackers. Hey, I just noticed there's 300 33k ohm resistors going from the output in. Why would they put that on there? They're trying to control the output somehow. Maybe we can boost it a little bit. Okay, ground and a pickup. Uh-oh. Really? Uh-oh. We're getting nothing on that pickup. Oof. Could this be our problem? Unless the volume's down? Which way is volume up and down here? Not getting a whole heck of a lot of Ks of that pickup, bud. Oh, 50k. Really? Okay. Let's try the other pickup. 3.5k. That's more than what we're expecting. But then I'm also funneling. Well, let's just try a ground bus here. Sanity check. 3.5k on that pickup. 50k on that one. That doesn't sound right. Well, I guess we should check the input jack because I don't see any problem with the wiring here. We might want to clean up on this a bit first. Look at all that. Here's a schmoo. This thing, one thing that stood out about it when I got in the shop is it smelled like dirt. Whoever owned this guitar was definitely a dirt ripper. Just rub it down there with a bit of 65. Without scratching it, sir. This is the kind of guitar you don't really want to do anything to it. You just want to get it working and then leave it as is because it just has so much character in and of itself. Oh boy, the input jack's all... Okay. What I mean to say is it has no plate on it. Once I take it out, it's just gonna fall into the guitar. So let's get this back out. Yeah, it's a little loose. Maybe that's a clue. Okay. I've never seen an input jack like that before. Again, with the yellow rust. Super simple. The wires are connected. I see nothing wrong with this input jack. Yeah, it's this old, but it's in better condition than some much newer guitars. Wow. Let's do a continuity check. It would be here. That's good. I don't see why signal wouldn't pass through the switch. Yup. To the other side of this resistor. Yup. To there. Yup. Continuity's all check out, Seth. Is it possible there's something up with these pickups? I guess we have to go in there and find out. Was there no lock wash or anything, just a jack in a hole. Oh, it says right there, FL-59 JW, made in the USA. Wow. I think I honestly wouldn't mind owning this guitar myself. Now, knowing me, I'd have to change the pickups. I would have to. Seems like you don't have a choice now. Now, I'd really rather not have to take the strings off this thing. So let's see how flexible this is gonna be. I wonder what kind of pickups you could fit in here. Like these are mini soap bar P90 kind of dealies. Huh. Well, it doesn't take much to get them out, eh? There's really nothing to them. They're just riveted together. Do they still have magnetism? Very little. Well, yeah, there is. You need to test for some induction. Gotta kind of go in here and pick up where the pickup picks up, which is right here and here. We got our 50k on the meter. Nothing. That number should be jumping around. I guess we could try testing millivolts. Nothing. Oh no, the pickups are dead. How's that possible? Let's try this other pickup. And we're getting signal off this guy. Okay. That's promising. Okay, in testing this guitar, did anyone ever think to switch to the neck pickup? Now, what are the chances the wire's rotted between here and here, and if we just like clip this out here? Because taking this pickup apart to repair it is going to entail defying these rivets. I guess it's possible for me to rebuild this pickup. Like, I know my way around inside them, even though I'm no turning expert. I'm also noticing the holes it mounts into here are kind of moved around. There too. This thing's been taken apart before. Okay, let's pull the amp up. Okay, the neck works fine. But the bridge pickup's dead. Well, let's take it out of there and see what we can do. Oh, here we go. 1959. That's 62 years. We're about to break a 62-year-old solder joint. Oh, came right off like butter. Guaranteed this solder has lead in it. This ain't no Ross compliant stuff, bud. Garrel, I'm almost afraid to do this because I don't want to burn out 62-year-old pots. And so far it's taken heat, bud. Okay. And then, of course, they had to spin these two wires together, so separating them is going to be a pain in the arse. Gotta bring in a multi-hand maneuver here. Oh, that pot's off. Oh, there, there it goes. All right, let's set this aside carefully. All right, what do we have here? Nothing. It seems that 50K was a false positive. It was the impedance of the rest of the circuit. I'm guessing a wire's rotted out in there or something. It's more in line where the sweat drips, right? So, hey, oh. What was that? The meter moved. We might have a short. It's going to be in the main wire because this here can't really short out, can it? We're basically just trying to find a short here. Because I saw that meter blip, bud. Just have to go down the wire centimeter by centimeter and see if we can stimulate some activity. Oh, well, it helps if the meter's still hooked up, right? Come on, man. Okay, well, I need to work on a hunch here. I saw that meter blip. So this can't really be avoided, and the thing's dead. So let's chop off a couple inches here and see if we can find the fault. Huh, the wire actually is not so rotten under there. Let's clip here, and still nothing. Let's try, okay, yeah, our ground connection's good. We're missing that positive. So what do? Keep cutting down this wire until we find a good section, or take the pickup itself apart. Oh boy. You know, we could cut this wire all the way down and find out it's a bad connection in here. And then we've wasted a good piece of wire. She's not responding, sir. She's not responding. I think this is wax potted. I wonder if I can punch these rivets out and be able to get them back in. Oh, actually, yeah, that didn't take a lot of force at all, and maybe they're just aluminum. Oh, okay. Some basic armory, bud. Some basic armory. Come on, bud, you can do it. It's either that or we're screwing up this pickup even worse. We need a harder surface here. It's not gonna have as much give. It appears to be as far as they're gonna wanna go. Question is if we can gently pry them out now in such a way that we'll still be able to put them back in after. If we squeeze this now, kind of make it flatter, hopefully we can kind of get that through now. I need a way to grab onto it. A rounder grabber. It's deforming it. Okay, you know what? I need to leverage the back plate actually. Man, it's a tease. It's like you're so close, but it just doesn't wanna go the extra mile for you. Let's work on the other one a bit. All right, it's a case of seeing if we can get that back plate off now and swage the pickups through it. Not the pickups, swage the rivets through it. Come on, bud, just give. Go through the hole. You can see what I'm doing. You know, by punching the rivets, I got them to play a bit. Now I'm just trying to get this guy to the right size to get through the hole. And if I try to pull on them, it deforms it. So I haven't quite reached the point of no return yet. I'm going to be able to reform those rivets, but if I try to pull on them any more than that, I'm gonna mess them up. And like at the end, if I can't get this pickup working, we need to be able to maintain the guitar's aesthetic, right? Might be able to punch it out like this. Come on, bud. Yes! I think I got it. Would you believe these are tricks you'll learn working on firearms? Okay, so what do we have here now? A can of worms. Because even though we can see kind of the other side of the wire, it's all wrapped up in there. We're gonna have to peel back some of this. The wire is going this way here. Gotta find out where it connects. It's spanning the entire... Oh boy, those coils are coming apart. Ote, this is not wax potted. Ote, careful. This is some surgery here, sir. I'm trying to find the end of the wire. Okay, I think I found it right in there, wrapped up. See, you see the wire there. If I pull it, it starts pulling the wire out. So we have to be very careful. It's so sticky. Everything's so sticky. You know what we could do? We could pin spike it now. The idea being I'll connect one side to ground and one side to this pin. And I'll try to spike it through that insulation to see if I get continuity on this end. Ooh, let's check continuity to see if my spike is working. It is, right? So look at the meter. I spike it in there. I'm touching the end of the wire, so it's not the wire. So now we gotta trace that other brown wire all the way around and see where it connects to. Looks like it stops right about here. Okay, so it's soldered on right about here. There's a little contact there. Oh, great. The wire's fine. What's the coil? She is not. Okay, let's investigate here. So what if the brake is on the ground end? Let's check. Because the brake could be anywhere now that we're determining it's a fault with the pickup itself. So basically, oh, like that little fragile piece. Oh, I can barely see this with my eyes. I don't think you're gonna see this with your, with the camera. Is that even? Like, is that even where the pickup connects to ground? Like, I swear I see a tiny little strand of the kind of a wire, and then it's just connected to the ground here. And if I touch that tiny strand of wire, which it should be enameled, I get continuity. But if I touch this side, she should not go. Man, this had to be so complicated. I see the end of the brown wire, but I don't see what it's, oh, I think I found a little strand there. But is this strand even connected? Like, what's going on here? Yeah, it appears that it is. Okay, well, oh boy, we definitely have a bad pickup. Like, the wire in there some way, somehow is broken. I am getting continuity all through the wire up to where it connects here. And then you see the little strand that comes out and nothing. I'm trying to burn away a touch of the enamel. I hate working with enameled wire because getting the enamel off of it is quite tricky. So do we go deeper into this guy to see if we can find a good strand of wire, risk making a horrible mess of it? Or do we cut our losses, tell the client, I'm sorry this pickup's dead, because it clearly is, and then just put it back together so it looks nice. It still has a working neck pickup, and in a guitar like that, I think that's all I'd really care to use. Well, gotta make a decision. All right, I sent a message out. Haven't heard back from him yet. Either way, there's nothing we can do with this pickup. It would need, you know, that coil could be broken anywhere in there. That's weird. Broken coil in a pickup, that's rare. That's fluke, bud. That's flukes. So in the meantime, the best we could do is put this thing back together and make it look pretty. Either someone's gonna have to take this apart and rewind it, which is something that can be done if you want to invest the money. Otherwise, replace it with, well, you could probably find a used part on eBay. I found one for like 150 bucks. Probably more than he's gonna wanna spend. And, you know, an aftermarket replacement, you know, like some sort of soap bar with the right footprint, might just plop in there. Might look funny having two different pickups, but hey. So let's just get this thing back together and make it look pretty. So we got to, slip that back on there and, get those rivets back through their respective holes. Hopefully we can do that. I think I got it backwards. It's not quite lining up right. Oh yeah, it's lining up better. Getting them back through their holes might be a bit trickier than getting them out of their holes. Or not. Yeah, that one went. Well, this one now. Okay. Yeah, you see that? Kind of figuring out how to get it off. Made that rivet a bit ugly. We can fix on that. So what we need to do is spread on these holes a bit. We might need a harder surface than this to pin these back down. It's the thing, we need that to curve over now. Okay, gotta spread this out as best we can. I'll put a couple layers of tape on this side. Get something a little bit more hardcore here. Place her down on this hard surface. Gotta pin those back into place. Back end of this punch should do. It's kind of ugly, but it works. Unfortunately, you're not gonna be able to do that much more than that. We are done with the hammering. Let's get the hammer utilities out of the way. I didn't think I was gonna need a consultant for this job. All right, let's get it back in there. Question is, should we bother reconnecting the pickup? Cause like, it's so done. It's so done, bud. It's sad, but it's done. I guess we'll ground it out. We'll do that much. Gotta find those screw holes. Oh, that's not it. Oh, I think that's the bad old hole. Hote. You gotta find a hole that doesn't suck here, bud. Oh, it's just one big gaping. Okay, well that's not gonna get any better then. That one's good. This one is not. That's not a stock screw there. Maybe one screw is slightly larger than the other. Oh yeah, it definitely is. Let's see if this one bites as well. This one bites all right into here. Oh, now they're both loose. Okay, worn out screws. Great. At least we can have one solid screw. Unless we jam the toothpick trick. Do I have a toothpick that small? The toothpick trick. It is a resort, sir. It is a resort. We do, we do one of these. Do this side. This hole's so gaping, we can get 2 toothpicks in there. The toothpick trick. We're gonna have to get it in between those 2 picks. Oh, that's tight now, bud. Ah, yes, the toothpick trick was a success. That's on there solidly now. So as far as the connection goes, there's not much to do. I'll get some solder on this, if it'll take solder. Sometimes this old corroded copper won't. I'm basically just ground it out. Now I'm worried about these pots here, so I'm going to use this wire as a bus line. We'll get this wire reattached to the pot, and then this bad one, I'll just pick any old spot on this bus. So that pickup's at least grounded out. It shouldn't cause us any grief. All right, let's just get her back together and give her a bit of a playing. Might as well. This guitar has suffered enough for today. Careful with these little guys. They are screwing into some very thin wood. Yet still have good torque. That's awesome. All right, done dealio. Let's plug her in. So if I'm correct, the neck should work just fine. Now the input jack's a bit rough. Another gun tool is a 30 caliber bore brush. Clean those input jacks right out. Wow, that's so high output. I got the gain on the crunch channel on my Jet City cranked. Jeez, if I play lightly. Did they design this for strumming? The kind of wear this guitar has, I feel like he was doing like acoustic chords all up here. Which I don't know. Let's add more boost. Wish I knew how to play some blues. That was max gain out my Jet City, and my other camera died. So I guess we'll finish it up here. If there's another video about this, then that's because the owner wants to do something with it. Otherwise, this is about as far as we can take it today. If there isn't another video about this, well, you know the answer. Either way, this guitar is a surprisingly nice player, and that hum is annoying me. If it were mine, I would totally stick a new set of pickups on it. You can get kind of some soap bar pickups that would just kind of bolt in there, screw into the wood kind of like these ones do, and boom, you got yourself something pretty nice. Something you could probably have hours of enjoyment with. It might disable some of its pedigree and some of its vintage appeal, but hey, it's already kind of broken, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, if you like this, stay tuned. I don't do a lot of stuff with guitars. I like to tinker with amps mostly, but you know, every now and then, something comes through the shop for me to work on. Ugh, no Easter egg today. I gotta race like a horse, yeah.